Yeah, it's your boy Polo the Swag King, and welcome to another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. And now that you know what type of party it is, let me stop with all the shucking and jiving and come on with the come on. Man, how y'all doing out there? Man, I'm talking about I'm feeling good. I hope y'all feeling good too. We doing this thing super live. And when I say super live, I mean super live. Man, I'm outside. They using it for like a term, but I'm for real, man. I'm outside. I got Cosmo over here looking at me crazy. I hope Ginger don't come in here and interrupt my little show. That's them are two dogs. I think Cosmo, he's a miniature Australian Shepherd, and Ginger is a full-blooded German Shepherd. They hear their name too much, they might try to run up on me. So if you hear a little whoop, whoop, or something like that, it's probably the dog jumping up on me or something like that, or maybe my son, because I'm outside in the front yard. It's a pretty day, the 15th. 49ers won yesterday. Y'all know who I'm rocking with. 49ers won yesterday in an excellent display of professional football. You know, they started off a little rocky, they were down one going into halftime, but all that shit changed, blew them out the water second half, because you already know that defense turn up as the game go. But anyway, I was in there watching the Buffalo-Miami game, and Buffalo up like 14-0, and then I got to thinking to myself, why? Because I got a podcast I could be doing. And so instead of watching, Miami a good team, I just don't think they got enough for Buffalo. So instead of wasting my time watching it, I said I'm going to go ahead and come out here and drop another podcast. How about that? And speaking of Buffalo, I know y'all a couple of weeks ago, Damar Hamlin, he just passed out on the field, went into cardiac arrest, had to be resuscitated and all that. But I think the new news on him, I think he was the safety for Buffalo. He's, I want to say they moved him to another hospital. He talking and he mobile now. So them blessings, thank God for that. Because I don't even know the man, but I pray for him, and hopefully y'all did too. Because prayer do change a thing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And speaking of that, he was I think number 3 or something like that. And then the Buffalo hockey team, I can't think of their name, but you had a guy, he scored the third goal in 3 minutes in the third day of the year. You know what I'm saying? And then the next game Buffalo had, they run the kickoff back, first play of the game. So, I mean, it's been like some, all that shit can't be coincidence, man. And then it's charity. He did like a tour drive. He was only expecting a couple $1,000, and I think he over in the millions now. So it's a lot of good things. I hate it had to be a bad situation, but it's a lot of good things came out of it. But shout out to Damar Hamlin and the Buffalo Bills Nation. And I hate to keep it on a sad note, but you had Barbara Walters, Fred White. A lot of y'all young bucks don't know who Fred White is, and I ain't gonna bullshit you. I had to learn who he was, but he was the drummer for Earth, Wind, and Fire. And if you don't know about Earth, Wind, and Fire, you need to Google that shit. I'm talking about these boys got hitters. And a lot of the music we listen to today, especially the Gen X, the younger generation, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of samples from Earth, Wind, and Fire, and a lot of the old school cats in the game, because they looked up to these guys. We ain't gonna say looked up to them, but the samples in the music and people that know music and melodies and how it go together, they got a lot of it from a lot of the older people in the game. Gangsta Boo from 3 6 Mafia. I was a big fan of 3 6 Mafia. Still a big fan of 3 6 Mafia. What am I talking about? At 43 years old, I mean, it's just crazy, man. People leaving here. But it brings me to a point like this and make me think, man. I just lost a family member. My wife just lost a family member, and it makes you think, like the UGK song go, one day you here, the next day you gone. So, like, love on these people while you can, man. Don't let little petty beef and petty incidents come between you and your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it when I first got married to my wife, that I love you when I hang up the phone. Some of my people say it back, some of them don't. But you never know. That might be the last time you talk to that person. So I do that because I feel like you leave out on a good note. You know what I'm saying? You might tell the person you love them, then you go down the road, have a car accident, or go down the road, somebody shooting at somebody else and shoot you, or have a heart attack, or like this young man, passed out on the field. That could have very well been his last day. So love on people while you can. You know what I'm saying? Switching gears, because like I said, this is super live. Well, I think they finally got a House of the Speaker, but at the time I was supposed to do this podcast. I'm running behind. Y'all running behind like a motherfucker. I be having shit going on. But at first the Republicans couldn't decide on the Speaker of the House. They couldn't do this and couldn't do that. But I think right about now, motherfucker did some willing and dealing. They finally got a Speaker of the House. And I don't know how I feel about that, because like if it take you that long to figure out who you want to speak or be your party leader, how's it go when it's time to make some decision about a new bill or a new law that's brought to the floor or something like that. So I don't know. That's one of them things that make you go, And I told you they were live, but I swear, Ginger just took off after something. I don't know what's she doing. She ran over there to my goat pen. I don't know what she got going on over there. But anyway, bro, check this out. I got to give y'all a kapow. Check this shit out. So South Carolina voting on a firing squad or electric chair. I'm like, what the fuck? We still doing this in 2023? I mean, that's a little barbaric and inhumane. That's what some people go say. But at the same time, if you go kill a motherfucker, you go kill him anyway. One way or the other, you plan on killing them. So I feel like the method really shouldn't be that big of a deal. And, you know, a lot of people say the lethal injection, sometimes the medicine don't work right. People end up suffering. But we're talking about firing squads and the electric chair. I mean, but at the same time, let's just be real about it. For all the people out there that's saying it's a little barbaric or inhumane, don't forget, y'all used to hang black people. Just saying. Straight up hang them, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like if you go kill a person, it really don't even matter. And then you already know how I feel about the death penalty and all that, you know what I'm saying? You're keeping a person alive so taxpayer can pay taxes on them and all that. And, you know, you do it for years and years and years. So, I don't know. I feel like if you go put somebody there, put them to death. And I also feel like this, too. Like I said, this is my podcast. This is just how. This Polo POV. I feel like should no man be judging if a man need to keep his life or not? And that's just how I feel. That's on some spiritual type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you to tell me I don't deserve to live no more, regardless of what I done? Who are you to tell me that I don't deserve to live no more? Because there's some shit you probably done that don't nobody know about. You just didn't get caught for. But, like, at the end of the day, you might not be no better than me. You know what I'm saying? That just, once again, y'all, something to make you go, Hey, Torelli, I told y'all it was live. I told you he a straight terrorist. I'm going to talk about him later on in the show. But he a straight terrorist. 6-year-old shoots the teacher. And I want to say it was like Iowa, Idaho, or somewhere. I'm not sure the state, but to me the state or the place really don't matter. What matters is a 6-year-old feel like he need to bust a cap in his teacher. That's the crazy part. Then, you know, you got to ask yourself where he get the gun from. What kind of security at this school? 'Cause I know my little boy's school, I'm the daddy and I can't get through the door. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know how he got through there with a gun. You know, he a student at the school, so I can understand that. But, and then what kind of gun is it? I don't think, you know, I got mine well secured, but even if my kids did get to it, I don't think they'll be able to handle it. Because, you know what I'm saying? I got that heat for them. But I don't know. I'm curious and call me crazy, but I want to know what kind of gun it was that a 6-year-old can wield it. And then to be honest, that might be what saved the teacher life. Because the recoil or the kick on it, he couldn't hold it. It's a 6-year-old. But I don't know. The kids do be obese these days. It might have been a big ass 6-year-old. You know what I'm saying? It might have been a 6-year-old that looked like a 10-year-old. And then was she teaching them bad math or something? I don't know. Like, but I don't understand that one. Why? But they go back to what I had in my previous podcast too. Like, are we just a society full of violence now? A country like people don't want to fight no more. They don't want to disagree or walk away and like that. They want to hurt you. Like, you don't agree with me, I gotta hurt you. It's like no in between. And I think that shit is crazy, and we need to bring awareness to this, and people need to learn how to handle their emotions. Because if that was the case, I have 13 charges right now. Because it's a lot of people I want to go upside their head. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it. For one, it's not the right thing to do. And then for two, I'm going to get in trouble, and it's going to be backlash from it. You know what I'm saying? And then it don't just affect me. It affect everybody around me or all the shit I got going on. I can make one bad decision, and it affect 30 people. Easy. You know what I'm saying? And you can take that how you want to take that. But when people call themselves a boss or call themselves the big man or a father or husband, I mean, man, you got to walk the walk and talk the talk. And sometimes walking the walk means walking the fuck away. Because you make the wrong decision, that shit go affect your family, your kids, your livelihood. And you'll throw all that away just because somebody made you mad or you disagree with somebody. To me, that shit is stupid. Gotta be the stupidest motherfucker ever set foot in the state. But moving right along on that. Because I see this shit happen all the time. But let's get on something more inspiring. How about that, y'all? A little something more inspiring. Hakeem Jeffries is the first black lawmaker to lead a party. He minority of the House, the speaker for the minority, but he's the first black lawmaker to lead a party. So shout out to him and all that. But hold on, y'all. I'm going back and forth. You know what? Nah, I want to keep it like this. Because like I said, it's super live. I don't know what super live. We got to coin that phrase. It's super live. I'm just coming off the top. You feel me? KFC got the gaming console that's got a chicken chamber in it. And you might ask me, Polo, what the fuck is a chicken chamber? Well, it's like when you playing the game and shit, you get hungry. You ain't got to worry about going to the microwave or going to do this, going to do that. It's got a little box or something in it that keep your food warm at all times. So you just reach in the box, get whatever you go get out of it, bite on that motherfucker, gnaw on it, chew whatever you go do, swallow it whole. Some of y'all motherfuckers greedy. Swallow it whole, whatever you want to do, and you ain't never got to come up out the game. It sound good now. I ain't gonna bullshit you now. And I find it funny KFC came up with this. And I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of stereotypes about black people. But now black people like that chicken, they might have us on that one. I ain't gonna bullshit. They might have us on that one. Cause man, I love chicken. I'm talking about wings, breasts, thighs, legs, fried, grilled. I'm a fuck a chicken up, shredded, baked, boiled. I mean, come on with it. I don't give a damn. I fuck chicken up. And the skin, the best part. I know a lot of people don't eat skin. I love the skin. That's the best part to me. Me and my wife and the kid were down in a restaurant down there in Miami. Was it Miami? No, it was in Weston. It was in Weston, a few miles out from Miami. And man, we was sitting there eating, and they put all the skin on my plate because they didn't like the skin. And get what I did? Smashed all that shit. But I ain't seen this yet, y'all. If y'all have, or y'all know more about it, please hit me up on Marco Polo 2K at iCloud.com. Polo_DA_swag_king on Instagram. Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. Excuse me, y'all. And then once again, these are my views. They don't represent any publisher or platform that carries my podcast. So if you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at me. But I'm just telling you how I feel about it. And let's go right here. Now this. Now here's some crazy shit. Everybody know Trump took some documents from the White House, or some people did, what they call it, plausible deniability or whatever shit. He gonna say it wasn't him that packed, but either way, they found some top secret documents at his Mar-a-Lago home, and whoop-de-whoop. And old Biden said, man, how can someone be so irresponsible? That's what Biden said now. But now the thing about that, he on investigation right now by having classified documents in one of his possessions. I can't remember exactly where or some shit, but they done got some classified documents off him. But let me tell you a little something like this. And old boy, the Republicans talking about, we got I want him to be under the same scrutiny as Trump and all this, which I understand that. That's understandable. But I think it was some lawyers cleaning out some of Biden shit. And they found him, and they turned him. They went straight to him and said, hey, we found this. We don't know if this supposed to be here or not. And it was, I want to say, like 11 to 12 documents. That's in, and then they under full investigation by it. And I agree with that. He should be on the same scrutiny as Trump. But now, it ain't the same thing what Trump did now. Because they had told him, look, man, you probably got some classified documents. He said, well, yeah, I gave them back. They said, well, no, you didn't. And then they raided his house. You see what I'm saying? Biden wasn't caught up in no raid. So let's get that. Let's clear the air on that. He wasn't caught up in no raid. His lawyers was cleaning out some shit of his and found him. And they turned it in. See where I'm going with this? And it was like 11 to 12. In Trump case, it was more like 300 classified documents. And they had already said, hey, man, you probably got some classified documents. He said, well, okay, I'll get them back. Never gave them back. So it's kind of a little different. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Biden ain't under no criminal investigation. There's nothing criminal even as far as they can investigate it. And, I mean, they got him. But it is kind of funny, though. He said, how can someone be so irresponsible? And then the same shit he did or didn't do. I don't know, y'all. I just know they found the motherfucker. And, hey, just me being me. Watch this right here. You got to put that suspense on it. You ever heard of somebody planting some shit on a motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Because it will go down now. I just found it ironic. But anyway, he turned this shit over. Y'all investigate, do what you got to do. Trump lied to him and said, I done gave everything back. I ain't got nothing else. And then they kick it door in and find something else. So that's the difference on that. Well, switching gears one more time. A 14-year-old shoots his girlfriend multiple times after she wanted to break up with him. And see, that's what I was talking about a while ago. And this 14, we had a 6-year-old taking the gun to school, shooting the teacher. Now we got a 14-year-old shooting a girlfriend. And man, I couldn't even tell you how many girlfriends I had at 14. Probably too many to count. I probably, you know what I'm saying? I'm 14. I probably wasn't even smelling myself yet. You know, it's different now. They wouldn't, you know, we wasn't beefed up on all the chicken and shit. A lot of our stuff was pure and natural back then. But now, you know, they trying to grow shit faster, and they'll do whatever they got to do to get the product out. But it brings me back to my point. We're a more violent society now. We ain't trying to talk to nobody. We ain't trying to work nothing out. We want to fight you, hit you with something, or shoot you. It's a crazy world we live in these days, people. But on the brighter side now, you know, if anybody been listening to me, you're a true listener. You know, I'm broadcasting out of Mississippi, from Mississippi. And I ain't too fond of our people around Mississippi. I feel like we the last people to do anything. Like the rest of the states be done moved on doing this and doing that. And we just the last motherfucker to ever do anything. But it is in the talks. They trying to get rid of the income tax. It's only 9 other states that do this. We'll be the 10th if we actually do it. But I'm going to put it like this. All except for Emmett Till and a bunch of the racist shit they did way back in the gap. I'm willing to forgive Mississippi. They get rid of the income tax. Man, you know how much money a motherfucker be bringing in. And then I feel like this. You go spend the money anyway. You give me more money to spend, I can go spend it. I go buy a little more and then, you know what I'm saying? You get money on that. You know what I'm saying? I might buy a couple extra pounds of food. I might buy a little more beer. I might buy me another car. Because these taxes, I don't know about any other state. Mississippi, it's rough around here. I'm talking about you see your gross and you see your net and you like, what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? The young kids out there like, what the fuck is gross and net? You better figure it out. Google the shit. But I'm curious to see how y'all feel about doing away with the income tax. You can hit me up at Marco Polo 2K at iCloud.com, Polo_DA_swag_king on Instagram, or Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. And some more sad news while I'm at it. Excuse me, y'all. Like I said, I'm outside and messing with my sinuses real fucking bad. But I'm still dedicated to get my podcast off. I can't keep putting it off and don't get done. And then y'all be like, man, fuck Polo. That motherfucker can't even get a decent podcast off. So I'm going against the weather, super live, just to bring y'all the show. So I hope y'all appreciate it, because this is real work for me. I'm telling you that. Because I could be in there with my feet cocked up, watching the ball game, drinking cold beer. Not lukewarm. Not, but just cold beer. Just cold beer. Elvis Presley daughter, and only child, she passed away, I want to say at the age of 54. But she was just at the Golden Globes, and she did get to see, I want to say, the director or something for the film Elvis. It won an award, so she did get to see that, and she goes into cardiac arrest, and she passes away. And then I just found this out. You know, they dig up all kind of stuff on these celebrities and all that woo-to-woo, blase. But I didn't know she was married to Michael Jackson for a brief moment. I don't know how brief, but I didn't know that. And then I just thought Michael Jackson, just like the little boys. That was a joke. God damn. But yeah, Elvis Presley's daughter, I want to say was Anna Marie Presley. I'm messing her name up, so I'm not going to try it. But his daughter was, and only child was, married to Michael Jackson for a brief moment. And I don't know why it was so brief, but anyway. On the lighter side, y'all, the kids' progress report came out, and most of my kids doing pretty good. They got a few areas they can pick them up in, but for the most part, they doing good. They're all passing right now. Then that's just progress report. They can still bring their grades up. Terrell, my baby boy, he's doing real good. He was in pre-K, and for the new parents or finna-be parents, if you got the means and the opportunity to put your kids in pre-K, do it. I don't give a fuck. If you can afford it, I don't give a fuck how much it costs. Do it. It is benefits forward. My son's in kindergarten, and he's reading on like a second grade level. He's 93% in the nation. No, I take that back. He's 98% in the nation as far as his scores. That means it's only 2% kids in the nation smarter than this cat. And the only problem, Terrell bad as hell. Ooh, he bad. He a terrorist. I told you I was going to talk about it. Man, this little dude, he feel like he ain't got no parent. He want to do what he want to do when he want to do it. Like, I get tired of whooping. And that's another subject and another topic. We'll talk about that some other time, because some people don't believe in whooping their kids. Some people do. Some people don't. They believe in punishment and talking to them. But me personally, I believe in whooping their ass. And you can say what you want. Now, here's the difference now. There's a difference between whooping and spanking and abusing them. Now, I ain't gonna bullshit you. That shit my mama and grandparents used to do to me, the extension cord or whatever the fuck they can pick up at the time. Hot wheel track, hole pipe, fucking dishes, whatever, the wooden, you know what I'm saying? I don't believe in all that shit. But now, me personally, a good old belt on the ass ain't never hurt nobody. And then I'm also a spiritual person. And the Bible say you spur the rod, you spoil the child. So, I got some backup on what I believe in now. Why you think just talking to them, go do it. And then I also believe this. There's no right or wrong way to parent. So that whatever worked for your child, that might be working for you and yours. But see, I got Terrell, man. Terrell a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell the terrorist not to do something. They go still do it. I gotta put that belt on his ass. But anyway, and here's the thing. He been doing good in school. Like, they do like green, yellow, and I think blue is the best, green is good, orange, you ain't been doing so good, and yellow, you been real bad, some shit like that. That's some old color-coded shit. We just had outstanding or satisfactory. We had like about 3 or 4 letters on our condo. Now they got colors. So, but anyway, he bring home a lot of greens, couple blues. Every now and then he'll get a yellow or orange, and then they'll tell you like if it's 1 and 6, and they got like a list of numbers. Like 1 is not listening to the teacher, playing during instructions, shit like that. So they'll tell you exactly what your kid doing. But since I've been putting that, I told him whatever number he bring home, that's how many pops he go get with that belt. And believe it or not, it's conduct straighten up. If you bring me home a 1 and a 6, that's 7 pops. And like I said, this is what works for me now. I ain't saying this will work for everybody, because like I said, I'm a firm believer in it's a right and wrong way to parent. But for us grade-wise, the dude's doing excellent, and I think it's a lot to do with pre-K, because they kind of set him up for what he would have to do. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, these kids, they doing computer work. You know what I'm saying? Like, first grade, second grade nowadays. And it's sad, but I'm just tell the truth. Like, a lot of, I can't help them with their homework sometimes, because, hell, I don't know it my damn self. I can't help you. That's the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't going to sit there in front like I do know it. I tell them motherfucking minute, you got to ask your grandma on that, because she's a school teacher or something like that. And then when she tell you, you tell me, and we'll both learn this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real about it. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm just saying that, like, some of this shit, you sit down, you looking more confused than your kid is. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody they showed it, or at least gave them an example like a couple hours ago in school. But now you see him coming out the fly, and you got a motherfucking 5, 6, maybe 8-year-old trying to tell you, this is my kid number now. Like, I got a 5, 6, and 8-year-old. You trying to get your instructions from them, and it ain't the same. So, but anyway, then my other daughter, Passion, I told her, and she doing good. She done pulled her grades up a lot. But see, I had to bribe her. Like I said, you just got to know your kid and what works for him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I bought the VR set, which is an amazing device. Man, the VR is the shit. I don't care what nobody say. I got the MetaQuest 2. That's the one I went with. But anyway, playing it, I really didn't want them on it, because I didn't want them to drop it or nothing like that. It ain't cheap. I'm just put it like that. And I told her if she got all A's, that I'd buy her one. And I'm a man of my word. And she close to getting there. And my old lady said, she told my wife, she said, Daddy said, he'll give me one of them if I get all A's. And she was like, one of what? And she pointed at the VR. She said, oh, yeah, your daddy must have been drunk. And I said, no. I told her she bring me home all A's, I get it. Because you got to reward the kid for working hard. And I noticed her grades have jumped, because now she got something to work for or work towards. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully. Well, I ain't going to say hopefully, because I don't want my baby making bad grades, but I'm just saying that, let's just say I wouldn't be mad if it took her a while to pull them up. I'm just saying it like that, to pull them up. But because as soon as she bring them home, I'm going to have to go out and get her a VR set, just like I said I would. You know what I'm saying? And the kids are our future. Michael Jackson said that shit a long time ago. That's the realest shit ever. So we got to spend time with them. We got to invest in them. We got to pay attention to them. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, y'all, this has been another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. And until next time, y'all, be good and be safe. Peace out.